Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Material Difference, a Field Materials AI webinar. In this series, we're going to focus on the newest updates to the platform and also review some best practices for utilizing Field Materials AI for your procurement needs. So since this is the first episode here, and we do have a mix of prospects and customers joining, I'm going to spend the first few minutes with a brief overview of Field Materials and ourselves today. And then we're going to dive into some of the new exciting updates that we've been releasing over the past month or so. So to start off with, my name is Hunter. I'm a product manager here at Field Materials. I've been with the company for about a year, but I've been working with various AI solutions for over 10 years now. And also like to introduce Josh and give him a special thanks. He's our head of growth. He helped organize this event, and he's going to be running technical support in the background and also help relay any questions you guys have while we're running today's session.
Hello, I'll be working backstage.
So first, I'm going to spend a few minutes just on an overview of Field Materials itself. So we are a comprehensive procurement platform. We handle everything from generating quotes to purchase orders, the receiving pieces, and invoice validation against delivery slips and the orders themselves. We are a modular-based platform, meaning that you can adopt one or multiple of these modules based on your current business needs. And the platform itself, we do have two versions. The mobile app, primarily used by the field staff to request materials, do receiving, and also upload receipts. And we do have our web app here, primarily used by office staff, purchasing, and AP teams to submit orders, review orders, and also process invoices. And Field Materials Agents here helps automate a lot of the document matching and also validation to help you guys process your queues quicker. So jumping in here, so today kind of the new topics that we're going to be talking about. We have CSV exports for order details, can be used for generating custom reports. We have pricing intelligence improvements. Pricing intelligence is our latest module that we rolled out about 3 months ago now, and we've been making some improvements linking orders to that module. And then lastly, we're going to be talking about recategorizing vendor documents. So based on the feedback from all of you here, we needed a quicker way in case of miscategorization to move documents from one type to another. And as I'm going through this, feel free to ask any questions. We do have Josh here who's going to help relay questions as they come in. So first thing here, we're going to be talking about our newest feature of custom CSV reports for orders. So you can use this by building any of the filters here at the header bar and then selecting the CSV button. So I'll take you through one example here in our platform. So this is going to be for the use case here of seeing all of my equipment rentals and when they are, when the individual line items are due. So to build out this report here, I'm going to go and set a filter. I'm going to look specifically for my order type of equipment rentals. And then I'm going to set another filter here for the delivery date. This would be the end date of the equipment rental. So I'm going to use the line item dates here. And then I'm going to look at, let's say I'm interested in all my equipment rentals expiring within the next 7 days. So this is one example here. You can obviously add any other filters here. Anything that you set at the header level here will be respected in the export itself. Once I have my filter set, I would simply click this CSV button, and this will generate a CSV here, which I'll open up. And this will contain all the orders that match my filters here. So you'll see the PO numbers here. All the header level information as well as the line item information will be part of this export. So you'll have the created date, who specifically created this as well. And then if I scroll all the way to the right here, you'll see this line item data. So for these orders specifically, we have a couple different equipment items. So here, my scissor lift and a telehandler boom lift. These are the line items respective to that order. And then you'll see here this item date. So I have my scissor lift that is due to expire on the 12th here. And there are various item dates. So with this, you can quickly build this report. For example, you might want to export this weekly just to see what's ending this week. And jumping back over here to our next topic. So we're going to be looking at improvements to the pricing intelligence module. And real quick, as we're talking about pricing intelligence, since it is our newest module here, the core problem we are solving with pricing intelligence is to be able to see cross-job spending. So with pricing intelligence, what we've had for the past few months has been able to see pricing trends for a specific material. You can compare this against different suppliers as well. And then also a computed potential savings. And how we compute this potential savings is based on this specific material. If you were to purchase this at the minimum price we saw in the time range selected, what your potential savings were. So this could give you an illusion to, if I were to do a vendor agreement or a buyout for the specific material, how much money I could have saved going back historically. And jumping into our changes for pricing intelligence here. So that functionality that I just reviewed, it still exists. And what we've added recently is the ability to see the underlying orders. So if I click on any of these hyperlinks here related to the price or the quantity of this specific material, this will open up a new modal that will go over all the orders related to this specific material. You will see here that we denote what the minimum price is here with a downwards green arrow, and then what the maximum price paid in this time period with this upwards red arrow. The difference between these hyperlinks here is just the sorting criteria. So this will default by the minimum price. This will default to the maximum price. And then if I was curious, I could click into any of these orders and view the order details related to this specific material. And jumping into our last topic here, we're going to be looking at the new way to recategorize vendor documents. So as you're going through your queue, and it's common that people do make mistakes here, but if I was looking at a specific invoice, let's say for example, and going through my queue, I can notice that this specific document may have been a receipt, although it was uploaded as an invoice. So now from this screen easily, I'll see this reassigned document section. I could click on the receipt here and then click reassign document. So this will move this document over from being an invoice and then recategorize it in the correct place. You will also find this reassign under the various options. So you'll have invoice, packing slip, or in this example, receipt options. And I can click on here and reassign this document this way as well. So if I wanted to move this back to a packing slip or invoice, would simply select here and then click reassign. And this will queue up for your various workflows so you can keep working within the platform without having to download these documents outside and delete them and re-upload. So it'll all be handled within a few clicks here with just reassign. So those are kind of the newest features here. I'd like to take a moment now and we'll pause here and see if anyone has any questions about our newest releases.
Yeah, if anyone out there in the audience has any questions, please put them into the public chat, audience chat there. Hunter, thank you for that. That was great to see, and it's great to see the product evolving and directly in response to customer feedback. Oh, I see one question in the customer chat coming up. Could you please go over how rental orders should be set up in field materials in order to generate the report you described for the detailed order exports?
Sure. So a couple of things to be set up here. First, within your admin section, we have various different order types. So you will likely want to set up one specific for your equipment rental here. The main difference here is the kind here will go from a purchase to a rental, and this will allow you to put in end dates for your report. And then once you have this set up for all of your equipment rentals here, as I was showing you on the live screen here, you would set up your filter for order types for your equipment rental, and then use your dates. You would use delivery date and then use item dates. And then any dates you select here will filter, will look at the line item level for end dates within this filter range. And then you generate the CSV.
Very good. Oh, another question coming in. Could you please show how the individual items would look like in the rental order?
Individual. So two things, probably if I go into the order itself, you'll have your equipment line items here in this end date within the UI, and then a very similar experience in the CSV export, which I will pull back up. The CSV export here. So on the far left, you'll have your PO numbers, and then all the way on the far right, you'll have your line item detail here. So your scissor lifts, etc., with the end dates called out in the item date column.
Very good, and thank you, Hunter. Audience, great questions so far. If there's more, please add them. I actually just got slacked a question, Hunter, so you may not see it in the chat there, but I'll ask you directly. How can I identify incidentals, rogue spending, from the field team versus estimated material pricing? Estimated material purchases, excuse me.
Yeah, great question. So with this, we have a variety of filters we could also set here. So for an example, you could set a filter based on who requested this. So you could have your field team here if you're looking specifically on field requests. The other option here is if you're utilizing field materials for buyouts for your large project orders, we do have a filter here as well from orders from buyouts. So you can see here on these, this example here, this draft order here was submitted through a buyout. So you can either see here all the buyouts I'm generating for my large orders at the start of a project, or any incidentals or rogue spending that is not linked to a buyout based on this filter. And then you could also export the line items out with the CSV button.
Very good. Are there any more questions from the audience? If there's no more questions, thank you, Hunter. Any final words?
No, I think today was a great session, so thank you guys all for joining. We will plan to host this on a monthly cadence with all.
Actually, we did get a last-minute question in there. Can you separate will call orders?
Will call orders, yes. So we do have a filter as well. So based on the delivery location, you can filter specifically on those that were tagged as will call.
Very good. It's awesome to see all these customer requests being implemented in the solution so quickly. Amazing stuff.
Awesome, and we do appreciate everyone's feedback is here. I know we're trying to build the best product. I guess I'll give one more second, or Josh, if we have any more questions come in.
Doesn't look like there's any more questions. We're getting some thank yous, and thank you to the audience too. I think Hunter was going to mention just before that last question came in that this is something we'll be doing every month. Is that correct, Hunter?
Correct. Yeah. So we plan on rolling this out on a monthly basis. Each one will be focused on all the new features that we've developing over the previous month.
Yeah. So please tune in every month to The Material Difference, a Field Materials AI webinar. And with that, we'll say thank you to the audience. We will be posting the video clips of the demonstration here later on. Yep, I even see a question about that from Bruce. We will indeed be posting the recording and also clips from the recording. So look for that. And thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Hunter.
Awesome. Thanks, everyone.